What up, though? I've been going for a little while, but that's because I've been studying. When I left off, I was talking about law, and I told you I had a, a, a deeper version of the law coming through, basically. So what I've been doing, I've been studying um, everything from metaphysics to the Bible, the end all be all for me. But as I study, I come to realize uh, even different religions, how we've been separated uh, on a deeper scale as far as our religious beliefs. I always felt that everybody had some truth, just got mixed up somehow with some demonic stuff. But as I delve deeper, the powers that be that has been given control or allowed to reign so far has mixed everyone up and got them believing different things. So at the end of the day, um, the Bible's been tampered with. Everything's been tampered with. But there's a universal truth in all of them, and that there is one God, and He is it's unexplainable, but He exists in us. Um, and to the people that's on that feminine stuff, I mean, uh, there's a masculine side and a feminine side. So, but He is one. And when you say feminine, we're not talking about sex. We're talking about um, attributes, basically. So here it is, my people. Law. The creator who designed this universe that we live in, he left his mark everywhere. And the smallest thing we could see with our technologies to the biggest thing we could see. His mark, his name is in our DNA. I mean, it's all over the place. It's ridiculous for somebody to say that all this was done in random, a random turn of events. Such a random turn of events that everything is perfect or was perfect. That is until the law started being broken. See, the creator word is law, and everything he designed was through his word, through his thought, etc. So everything that he designed is law. And when you start going outside that law, you start breaking law. And the breaking the law is what's the punishment? Death in one form or another. It's sin. Now, I'm not talking about the 618 laws in the Hebrew Bible. I'm not talking about that. I'm not even talking about the Ten Commandments, because the Ten Commandments is another form of breaking the law. And what I mean by that is that the first laws that were given to Moses that we were supposed to be living by were the true laws. He gave us the Ten Commandments to bind us, just like men under this beast system have given us laws to bind us. You understand what I'm saying? So It's truth to the saying, as above, so below, as within, so without, and so on. You have to understand and study these things. But the thing that really did it for me was finding out how true the Messiah's words were in the parables, and not only in the parables, but period, point blank. It came to a point to where his word was so potent that they had to water it down with Paul. They had to water his word down with Paul. If you study Paul, you're going to find that Paul was used to mislead the people. Okay? If it wasn't Paul, somebody used Paul to mislead the people. Okay? Paul preached two different gospels. Okay? The gospel that the Messiah gave all his 12 disciples while he was living, and even after his resurrection, Paul come with a whole nother gospel. 1 to 13, you do the odds. 1 to 13, I'm not betting with Paul. Okay? So now, if you're being taught to break the law, you become an outlaw. And when you become an outlaw, you become a victim. Now, I'm talking to not only the people that want to be outlaws, I'm talking to my black people, the culture, what they call black culture, because there is no black people, but there is a black culture, and that culture is being promoted through my people and being promoted to my people. People, pay attention. If somebody is not concerned about what you're doing, that means you taking care of yourself in the way they would like you to. But when they become concerned about what you're doing, they worried about what you're going to do to them. What's going to make it hard for them. You understand what I'm saying? So while you running around here and you're able to do these things to degrade yourself, to harm yourselves, to lock yourselves up, that's not a problem to them. It's a problem for us, the ones that hate to see you do this to yourselves and the ones that's doing it to themselves. It's a problem for you. It's not a problem for them. That's why they haven't done anything about it. You understand? It's not a problem for them. It's a problem for you. But when you start going to school, you understand what I'm saying? And I don't mean you got to go to their school. Go to any school to learn a trade, to learn how to feed yourself. You understand what I'm saying? To take care of yourself, to survive. Now that's a problem. Now the first thing you experience is racism in the job place or sexism in the job place. You understand what I'm saying? When they promote these things for you, everything that black people, so-called black people, have tried to do to better themselves, is always something coming in the middle of it, taking the power from it. We had started trying to deal with police brutality in our neighborhoods and in our cities. And all of a sudden, this Black Lives Matter come up, right? But Black Lives Matter, if you really see what's going on, Black Lives Matter is about a gay agenda, okay? I don't know what other word to call it. They offended They can call you any name in the book, but you can't call them what they sexual orientation is. I don't understand it. It's real crazy the way things are being. It's like you're stepping on glass. You understand what I'm saying? You don't know when it's gonna crack. You don't know when it's gonna cut. You know, it's crazy. But every time the black man, black woman, the black community tries to stand up for themselves, there's always something put in the middle of it and takes the power from it. Even with the Black Lives Matter, then it became All Lives Matter, right? All lives didn't start mattering to 2020, okay? All lives didn't matter to 2020 when they got tired of hearing Black Lives Matter. It shows you how ignorant both sides are, or all sides are. A lot of people want to stand up because they're tired of the beast system, and we have to stand together. But I want the melanated individuals to understand, the deeply melanated individuals to understand that you are being held down for more reasons than one. And it starts with law. The only way to beat the law is with the law. Okay? Now, unless there's a great upheaval, right? And even with the law, you got to understand who is the originator of the law. If you can understand who the originator of the law that you have been put into bondage with, which is what Egypt means, bondage, right? Everything about Egypt is not bad. People do bad things in all places, in all religions, okay? They use all religions in all places to do bad things. But there's bondage, which represents Egypt, and then there's freedom, which represents Zion, right? Or Jerusalem. Okay? You got Mount Zion, you got the pyramids. It's kind of like two of the same things. They're the same thing, but just different degrees of it, right? So one thing will land you in bondage, one thing will set you free, right? But they the same thing. And a lot of people would be surprised to know or just understand this fact. Every time one of his messengers has something, think about it. You got Abraham dealing with Egypt. You got Moses dealing with Egypt. Right? You got Jacob dealing with Egypt, Israel. You got Joseph dealing with Egypt. You got the Messiah dealing with Egypt, right? All these people lived in Egypt at some point in their life. So if it was so bad, I don't think the Most High would have sent them there. It was something there they were sent there to learn, right? And they learned it. But what happened was when the Messiah started preaching this is that old law. Remember Moses said there's going to be a brother that's going to come. It's going to be raised up amongst you. It's going to be like me, right? Hear him. Listen to him. All right? And when he started saying what he was saying, all these other laws has been put into place because they didn't want to follow the first laws. Well, they didn't even know about the first laws, right? But the second laws put them in bondage. They couldn't even follow them. And those laws got added. Every law got 100 laws probably got added to it. You understand what I'm saying? For every law, damn near 100 laws got added to it because they talking about it 618. I believe it was more than that. You know what I'm saying? So, and then these laws had no compassion like the laws of today. They have no compassion. You will die by the law. You understand what I'm saying? By breaking the law, you will die. And I'm talking about man-made laws. I'm not talking about what the Most High said. The Most High did not kill you by you breaking the law. You breaking the law kills you. He didn't kill you by you breaking the law. You breaking the law kills you. That's the karma of breaking the law. When you don't do what's right or what was set up. You understand what I'm saying? When you don't do what was set up, it places you outside the law. And when you outside the law, you're breaking the law. It's that simple. If I made something and I invented something, this is what it's supposed to do. Anything outside of that, it's not supposed to do. So what does that do? That either gets it repaired, right? And I'm going to make a better one, or it's going to get it tossed, thrown in the fire, melted down, and I'm going to take the parts out that I can still use. This is what you are. You are an invention. And if you don't do what you were made to do, you got to go. Right? It places you into a system to where you're going to live your life in bondage one way or another. And the only way to be free is to live by the law. Right? But it seems like it's a two-edged sword. You can live by the law, you can die by the law. Right? I choose to live by the law. When I was younger, Hollywood makes you fall in love with being a rebel. Our people rebelled, and we fell in love with rebelliousness. Even though it placed a lot of us in bondage. Which is just the karma of breaking the laws that they made, right? But the thing is that a society agrees on the laws that are made. So this society is against you because it needs you to stay in a certain place. That's why they always say know your place, right? To the deeper melanated people. They want you to know your place so you can stay in that place so they can have the American dream, which is, we know, the nightmare for us, right? But they still got us dreaming. And our dreams make no sense. We not living, we sleeping. We need to be awake. We need to be making the right decisions. We need to be together, not against each other. The man around the corner ain't the reason why so-and-so and so-and-so is all messed up. Okay? This goes further than him. It goes beyond him. This starts from the spiritual realm on down to our realm and below. People, we must pay attention. I'm not taking anything from the Bible. At one point, I was like a theologian. I believed it all, right? From the rooter to the tutor. And I still believe it all, but I know how to believe it. You understand? The things that are in the Bible are mixed with history, symbolism, and science. That's why, if you notice, every time somebody's trying to discredit the Bible, and not just the Bible, but the scriptures, period, they always have to use it to say that it really meant this or it really meant that, what they pushing, right? But it's funny how they always have to go to this thing, to this particular thing, to discredit it. How can, I don't know. I'm just saying that's weird, right? But I guess to discredit you, they would have to use you. You know what I mean? But why do everybody want to discredit it? And I don't mean everybody, but I mean everybody that got something against it. And I think they're smart enough to know to tell you that, okay, well, this is right, this is right, this is right, this is wrong. This is wrong, this is right. I question this, but this is right. I don't understand this, but this is right. Listen, it's crazy. It's deep. The parables, the mysteries, things you don't understand, but you can find the truth if you're searching for it. I can't just give it to you because it's only for those that's willing to go that far. But I'm telling you, believe in what your heart says to you. If you believe that there's some truth to that and you're willing to cross the Red Sea to find that truth, then that's what you're going to have to do. Because it's going to go off into some deep waters. But you better keep your faith. All right? Or you'll be taken with the tides. Because there's some things you're going to run across that's going to blow your mind. And remember, he said search for the old path, the old way. You know? You got to search for that. And when you find that, you're going to be free. Trust me. You ain't even got to trust me. That's law. You're going to be free. You're going to be free. You ain't going to be dealing with all this other stuff, all this 16 under 13 laws, all this bondage that you being put in, you know. You won't have to deal with that. All this sickness, all this. You won't have to deal with none of that no more. It'll be just your choice. You will understand, and it will be your choice to live by the law or to break the law. Either way it go, that's your choice, right? But right now, you're dealing with a situation to where it's really not your choice, right? So you got to find your way so you can truly make your choice. But I'm going to help you. I'll help you. But you got to be willing to do the work. I just can't give it to you. It wasn't given to me like that. I had to do the work. I had to do the work. And now I'm at the point to where now that I found it, now I can focus on a happier, more focused life. And now I can properly provide for my family. You understand what I'm saying? Because before then, money, I knew a long time ago money wasn't the answer, right? So I stopped looking for it. I'm like, I ain't chasing no money. I ain't chasing money because money ain't the answer. You find money, you're going to find a whole lot of problems if you don't know what you're doing. I had to find out the purpose of everything that I was dealing with because I was in positions to make big money. I was in positions, but it always failed, right? And I got to the point to where I got tired of dealing with the failure. I'm like, no, it ain't that I ain't give up. I just knew it wasn't the answer. Something was telling me something different. Now, I'm not going to say that God spoke to me, but I was hearing my voice, right? And throughout this time, it may been inspiration from him telling me, showing me that this is not going to work. This ain't what it is. And I'm glad I went through everything I went through because I've done a lot of things. The only thing I'm want to do now is some simple things, right? So it don't take a lot of money to do that either. But I want to provide a cushion and a pad for my daughter. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what I'm focused on now, besides giving you what I found, right? And I found it through the Messiah. I'm not gonna lie to you. Hey, once you find this truth, oh my goodness, it's gonna blow your wig back. Your wig will be blown. You understand what I'm saying? My head been cracked every day since I found this wisdom. And I only get deeper and deeper and deeper. I haven't even touched my Bible. I haven't touched my Bible in over a year now. I've been fasting. I haven't eaten meat in over 10 months. Going on 11 months right now. I haven't eaten meat in 11 months, right? I mean, all the experiences, everything that ever happened to me, I'm studying metaphysics. I never even knew what metaphysics was. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even, and quantum physics. I didn't even know what that was. I'm deep up into some stuff, right? And it starts with studying the Bible, right? The only reason why I haven't been reading the Bible is because I've been reading it for so many years. I understood that I didn't understand, right? But I believed it. And my belief is what got me here, because once I started believing, I started realizing the discrepancies. Once I started realizing discrepancies, I started looking for answers. Once I started looking for answers, it started leading me in different directions. But I always came back. And when I came back, I understood what happened. And just like now, I'm being led in a different direction, but I'm always coming back because I know what led me there to the first place. In the first place. You always come home. Don't forget where you come from. Always come home. You understand? And you have a better understanding. Every time you come back, it's more love. It's more understanding. Right? That's even in the 48 laws of power. Absence. Look up absence in the 48 laws of power. I'm trying to tell you, man. I ain't even trying to go. I got some lessons, some words I need to speak to y'all. It's simple. I can't tell you where it come from. You got to find that out. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm going to give you the keys to open the doors. But you got to be willing to find that out. Because, see, just telling this stuff to anybody, they can use it against you. Like I said, people use things for good and for bad. Everybody can't know this. Everybody can't know this. That's why some people get the milk, some people get the meat. Some people get a parable, some people get the word. Flat out. To you, it was given to know the mysteries. To know the mysteries. To you, it is given to know the mysteries. To them, something different. So, like I said, understanding that all this deals with law is going to get you right where you need to be. Understanding that the Messiah is an example. He is not God. You must understand that too. He is not God. He's been given the power to be like God. And he tells you to pray. Pray to the Father. Don't pray to me. But everybody screaming Jesus and all this other stuff, as soon as something go down, ain't got nothing to do with him. Nothing. Nothing. It's got something to do with what you doing or the lack of what you doing. All right? So, when he received the set-apart spirit, when he received the Ruach, the Kodesh Ruach, Ruach HaKodesh, yes, that's when he was begotten. This day have I begotten thee. This day. You understand? When his body was so in tune and his doings was so in tune with the law, the spirit came and dwelt in such a way is ridiculous. The spirit is dwelling within you right now. Excuse me. Right? Because, well, I ain't going to say the spirit is dwelling within you right now because you exist because of his love. You exist because of his grace. But when his spirit dwells within you, when you prepare a temple ready for his spirit to dwell within you, oh my God, excuse my language. You talking about superpowers? You talking about superhero? Khalil, Superman ain't got nothing on you, bro. Nobody has anything on you. It's some deeper sayings and mysteries that people have put out there misleadingly, thinking all this stuff is on the surface or it's underneath it. And the truth is that all this stuff is basically, it's like looking for treasure without a treasure map. If you don't have nothing to really base it on, no real solid foundation, you're going to come up lost. You're going to come up with a loss. And you're going to stay lost. But when you base it on truth, undeniable truth that you have to research, then at the end of the day, you're going to find what you're looking for. Peace, love, harmony, respect. All these things play a part in having a good life. Heaven on earth. That's what it is. Now, like I said, I'm ready now to continue to bring you this law series. Your head is going to be cracked if you're paying attention. So don't come here with no weak-minded stuff. Don't come here thinking I'm just about to give it to you. Nope. That's not going to happen. I want to so bad. But I know it's going to be some stragglers, and they're going to take it. And I don't want to be responsible for what they do. You understand? I can't hold that. I got enough I'm still trying to atone for. But listen, if you stick with me, and you ain't got I don't mean to stick with me. I'm just saying if you stick to it, you're going to find the truth. And you're going to be happy. You're going to be so happy. You ain't nothing going to bother you really too much no more. I mean, you may not agree with certain things, but ain't nothing really going to bother you no more. Not the way it used to. So I'm getting ready to get out of here for now. But I will be back this week, and we're going to touch that topic on the law. We're going to continue this law series. So all I can say is blessings, love, peace. Peace be unto you. We out.